Oh, goodness me, this looks familiar. Hmm. Wanted. Hero for the village of Spielberg. Haven't we been here before? Yes. Yes, we have. And we're gonna do it again. Because I said so. And you can't stop me. Hmm. Hmm. We already did thief. So let's do mage. Wait. Well, a little stealth, definitely. A little more than that. What else? What else? What else? What else? A little climbing. I guess that'll do. And the name? Oop, caps locks is on. I think. That's weird. It acts like caps lock is on, but it's not. That's very peculiar. I had to turn it on to type that. Hmm. Regardless. This seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are two people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person smoking a pipe looks like he might be the sheriff. The man with the pipe greets you, with a pipe to the face. Welcome to our town. You are lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we could certainly use a hero around here. I am Sheriff Schultz Mitzerson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Good luck on your quest. How did you know of my quest? The ugly statue seems to be watching you. The handsome statue seems to be watching you. The statue feels cold, clean, and smells faintly of soap. You get no response. As you lay your hand on the ugly statue, a swirling miasma of emotion overcomes you. You feel the sculptor's pain and his suffering, his disgust with his condition, and the conflicting urges to enjoy and flee from his talent. No, that's not it. The real reason for the disgust you feel has more to do with the pigeon droppings on your hand. You surreptitiously bleh, wipe them clean. Still didn't say it right. Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Unhand that sheriff. You should know you came down from there. Someone wants a punch in the mouth. This town was named after the Barons of Spielberg. It used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove away all the business. You can find a place to stay at the inn next door. You can learn about the jobs available at the guild hall down the street. If you're interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. There is still plenty to do and see here in Spielberg. That's a lie. Baron. Baron Stefan keeps himself keeps mostly to himself at his castle north of here. We haven't seen him here in town for years. Magic? Just next to the inn is a small magic shop. The owner, Zara, will let you in if you have some abilities in that area. She's a strange one, all right. Who are you to talk? Go talk to the innkeeper. He will help you there. The guild hall is at the southwest corner of town. If you're looking for work, that's a good place to go. Monsters. The monsters come down from the mountains every winter, but they usually are gone by now. The Baron just doesn't have the men to handle them. Wolfgang is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them. I probably shouldn't go through the whole dialogue tree. I mean, I didn't do it the last time. But, I don't know. Wolfgang down at the guild hall is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had the most experience with them. Where is my phone? I forgot to set my timer. Yeah, okay. You said that already. Don't repeat yourself. The game's just started. There's a whole band of brigands hiding out somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure out here. Should I be giving him like a Swedish accent? The one who was robbed. He's staying at the inn, I believe. Now that's terrible. What the hell was that? Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure. My friend, this world's filled with dangers. Sometimes I think it'd be better to choose your danger rather than sitting around waiting for it as I seem to do. But enough of this philosophical rambling. I am content enough to be the Sheriff of Spielberg. Sure you are. Name? I am Sheriff Schultz Mitterson, and this is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Otto is a big help to me. He's very smart for a goon. His prisoners only suffer a few broken bones when he grabs them. It took a bit of doing to teach him to bring prisoners back alive, but he hardly ever forgets now. Are you crazy? That goon would tear you limb from limb if you tried to steal his yo-yo. Didn't I turn up the speed? More speed, more! The door over the magic shop seems to be watching you, judging you for your sins. It peers into your very soul. Boogity boogity boo. I am Zara, and my companion is Damino. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. That would be me. I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop. We are people of power and magic and live in the forest far beyond the mountains to the west. Power is the essence of magic, that which the wizard shapes and is shaped by. If you say so, lady. Dame Minnow is both my familiar and my friend. We share our lives and our magic. Yeah, he looks real friendly. A familiar is a creature of magical abilities which has been summoned to serve the wizard. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. The summoning of a familiar is a most powerful spell and can be cast but once. It binds the wizard and the familiar to the ends of their lives. The more powerful the wizard, the more powerful the familiar, although you cannot always judge power by a familiar's shape. Interesting. Makes me wonder a few things about a certain familiar I know. If you have the skill of magic, you can learn
way to cast spells by reading magical scrolls. Without the skill, you have no power. The more you practice spellcasting, the greater you shall become. When you have mastered 9 spells and have the power to cast all, and proven yourself worthy by accomplishing a great deed, then you must undergo initiation to become a full wizard. There is a place in the distant south where you must journey, but first you must become a hero here. A wizard is one who both shapes magic and is shaped by it. Erasmus and I are the only wizard in this valley. Erasmus is a wizard and a spellcaster who knows much about this area. He lives in a tower northeast of town at the top of a steep mountain called Sauerberg. Sauberberg. He can be very helpful if approached properly, but he has a strange sense of humor. The power potion restores your magical energy and costs 75 silvers.
Good grief, woman, you're trying to gouge me.
There are many entrances to the halls of magical mastery in the south. After you have gained skill and a good reputation in magic, you should journey south. If you are indeed worthy of being a wizard, you will find a way to those halls. Master the arcane arts, use those skills to vanquish the evil curse, and you will become a true hero. Yay.
I think I already asked that. What am I packing? Not much. But I must have some spells. In particular, this spell. And this spell. Ouch! Sorry. Oh my goodness. Right then, sorry. Well, I am flat broke now. Gonna take some doing to get my money back. But I needed that spell. He's very important. This Adventurers Guild reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moose head and other stuffed monsters, saurus, troll, griffin, dragon, cheetar, and the terrible Antwerp adorn the walls. You see a registration book on the table in the bulletin board full of job listings. The man seated near the window must be the guildmaster. He is snoring. You feel like you're frying your fingers. Forget it. Tippy-toe, 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 tippy-toe. This entry was made several years ago. It says Bernard von Spielberg killed a troll near the Flying Falls on this 23rd day of October. I shall sign my name with a flourish. Oh. Okay. Fine then. Reward for the return of lost ring. Inquire at the healers. This poster is rather dusty and faded. The picture is of a small child with braids. Reward of 50 gold coins for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the Brigand Warlock. Description: short, ugly, and wears brightly colored robes. Has a habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Spielberg Gates. Wanted, brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance. Wears a cloak. Must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold and title of Hero of the Realm. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Notice: spell components needed. Cash or trade for potions. Inquire at healers. This poster seems to have been here a while. It has a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Reward of 50 gold coins for the information leading to the return of Bernard von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Yo, wake up. Zzz. Zzz. Ach, it was not. I was so busy I didn't hear you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is most seldom that we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. Ach, I was so busy I did not notice you come into the Adventurers Guild Hall. Welcome, welcome. It is so seldom we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. Right. This is where an adventurer can find out who needs someone brave and courageous. There are many jobs on the bulletin board over there. It is also a good place to talk about adventures on a cold afternoon. We used to play cards here once a week as well, but there are too few adventurers here in Spielberg anymore. They all died from monsters or brigands, or they just got too old. Such is life. Did I ever tell you about the times when Schultz and I rid this valley of Antwerps? Yeah, we were real adventurers then, and this was a real guild hall. Now we are just old men, and this is just a place to tell old stories. You make me weep, sir. You can see some of the types of monsters that live around here if you look at our walls. There are trolls, griffins, cheetahs, manta rays, and goblins wandering in the woods. I hear there are even some ogres and Saurus Rexes back in the valley. There was a time when Schultz and I had gotten rid of most of the monsters around here, but we are just too old for that now. Trolls are quite tough. Fortunately, they only come out at night. The woods are very dangerous at night. Saurus is a monster easy to avoid and easy to kill for a skilled adventurer. Ogres are a lot like goons, but even meaner. Not as bright though. Goblins are not tough, but when they gang up, they can take out an unwary adventurer. Cheetahs are ferocious creatures that shout out of nowhere and try to tear you to shreds. Sometimes they succeed. Those weird things are magical. They are best avoided. Don't mistake those things for sauruses. When they come at you, it is sometimes best to just run away. Over on the wall there is where the jobs are posted for adventurers. Some have been here for a long time now. There just aren't too many good adventurers around here lately. You need to talk to either the Baron or the healer about that. Her house is just north of the town gate. She's a nice woman. The castle is just north of the healer's house. Schultz and I killed most of the monsters on the walls. I remember when Hans killed that one there. It was a tough fight for him. Hans Half-Witten. He wasn't much of an adventurer, but he did manage to kill a Saurus before he made the mistake of tangling with the troll. This valley was overrun by those odd monsters one year. Schultz and I fought long and hard to rid the valley of the things. We might have failed even so had it not been for two peculiar tourists who came to our aid. They said they were from some place called Andromeda. Must be someplace south of here, I guess. They were certainly very odd. One day years ago, a pair of dragons tried to take over our valley. We adventurers rode out to meet them. I can still see Stefan von Spielberg charging forward on his black horse. He slew that dragon whose head you see on the wall, and the other one flew off. Oops. Sorry. I hear people see that other dragon flying overhead sometimes, but it has never dared to attack us again. Which is misleading because there was a dragon on the cover of the box. Ha! I remember the day I killed that one. It was one of the biggest I had ever seen. It put up a tough fight, but I was tougher. You can see the results on the wall. Watch out for cheetahs. I bear the scars of my fight with the one on the wall to this day. Still, it is stuffed, and I am still alive. I already asked about that one. I am Wolfgang Abenture, the guildmaster of this hall. I am supposed to keep track of all the adventurers and make sure they sign their names in the log. There was a time when I would go out and rescue foolhardy adventurers who got into too much trouble, but I don't get out much now. Yeah, with the Baron losing his son and daughter, Baba Yaga, all the monsters, and now the brigands, has been one thing after another. Baron von Spielberg was once a brave protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. No brigand or monster would dare show his face here if the Baron had not angered Baba Yaga. Now it is said he goes nowhere and sees no one. Now there was a hero and worthy of the name Bernard von Spielberg. He rode off to hunt one morning 5 years ago, and his horse returned with large claw marks on it. No sign of Bernard's body was ever found. Elsa was a beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky-blue eyes. She was her father's, the Baron's, joy. 10 years ago, she was carried off by something which flew over the wall and away with her. I'm sorry. The search for her lasted many years, but at last everyone gave up except the Baron's jester Yorick. Yorick was a funny little man, but brave. He swore that he would spend his life searching for the Baron's Elsa. She is the center of our problems, I think. The Baba Yaga is a very powerful ogress. Baron von Spielberg tried to force her to leave this valley, but she cursed him. Now the Baron has lost everything but his land, and I don't know how long he will keep that. What our valley needs is a hero. It needs a hero. It needs a something or other, I don't know the song. A real hero is someone who didn't start out strong or powerful, but uses his courage and brains and skills to become the best he can be. In the army. There is a reward for anyone who can stop the brigands by capturing or killing the leader of the brigands. You should read the bulletin board for more information. Getting a little lightheaded. Spielberg town is small now that most of the people have been driven off by the brigands. This is such a pretty place too, with the mountains, forests, and waterfalls. More? Alright, I'm just skipping this. You can read it if you want. Sorry, I could probably just go Ah, damn it. Sorry. I'm sorry, I just can't keep up. The butcher, the baker, and farmer's mart. Guess there are no candlestick makers in town. That's enough. I can't take any more. Schultz and I have been friends for a long time. He too was once a real adventurer. Now he is just the sheriff of this town. I like Otto, even if he is a goon. Schultz had him almost trained. Well, that's that. I think we should go out. Let me check the time. It is midday. Normally I go buy some, fruit. But I don't have the cash. It has been a long, long time since I played as the wizard. The breeze is cool, but you feel a shiver deeper than just the cold. You are really on your own now in a very dangerous place. Kind of. Stealth has gone way up, which is good. And also the plan. The bright smell of fresh herbs mingles with the aroma of wood smoke as you come up to a hut by the side of the road. Dink. You take a lovely gold ring from the nest. You place the ring into your pack and the nest on the ground. The remnants of the nest are scattered on the ground. You terrible, terrible fiend. It's a mess. You don't need it anyway. You politely knock on the door. After a moment, you hear the inside bolt slide open. A voice from inside says, "Come on in." Doom, ding, doom, ding, doom, ding, ding, ding. The fragrances of herbs mingle with some rather unpleasant odors as you step into the healer's house.
Lovely day, isn't it? My, you look very healthy for an adventurer. You must be new. What can I do for you? I can sell you healing potions if you like. I also buy spell components if you are interested in gathering some for me. Don't mind me, I always have so much to do around here.
You see a winged lizard, much like the one you saw outside. Let's just get to the point with this one, huh?
I always need ingredients for making potions. Right now I need some flowers, some Marana's flower, bleh, magic mushrooms, troll's beard, and let me think. Oh yes, cheetar claws. I'll be happy to pay you if you bring me some. I'll also buy any empty flask you have so that I can recycle them. Waste not, want not, after all. The trolls around here are tough monsters that cannot stand the light of day, and so are found only at night or in caves. They are very difficult to kill, but I will pay 2 healing potions for the beard of a troll. I use flowers from Arana's Peace to the north in nearly all of my potions. They have some of the magic of the place even when they are dried. I will pay you 5 silvers for a
Flask full of flowers? Why would you fill a flask with flowers? Just to have a tongue twister?
Almost due north of here is the meadow called Arana's Peace. It is a very magical area, and I understand that it is a place of safety. It is beautiful all year, for the flowers are always in bloom. The cheetar looks like a cross between a panther and a man. It is vicious and tough. Unless you are a very tough fighter, you had best try to get away from it. If you do manage to kill it, I will pay you 5 silvers for each claw. The mandrake root is used in a variety of spells, mostly for evil purposes. Mandrake must be pulled from a dead man's grave at midnight. The root is particularly powerful.
Okay. Here's your ring, lady.
Oh, thank you for finding my ring. How I've missed this. Here are 6 gold and 2 healing potions for your reward.
Hey, now I can go buy those apples. You put the reward away and tell her she is welcome as you leave to avoid being kissed again. She's after me! Alright, what time is it now? Still midday. Da 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 da. You can smell apples as you approach this corner.
Good day and welcome to Spielberg. Would you like to try some of my nice fresh fruits and vegetables?
God, that voice is terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not really going to bother with this one. Just got nothing interesting to say. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Oh, well. One more thing to do. Oh, two more things now that I think about it. This grubby place must be an alley. It feels strange here, colder than the rest of the town. There's some barrels discarded here. A beggar holds out a bowl towards you. Alms, alms for the poor. This is Sam. Thanks. You know it's really tough trying to make a living begging in this town since the brigands started scaring all the trade away. This used to be such a nice place to live. My advice to you is not to take up begging. It just doesn't pay. And don't go out at night. My name is Sam, and I've lived here for 5 years now, and I think I'll be heading on once the pass clears of snow. There's supposed to be some good begging towns to the south. Nice talking to you. Alms for the poor. Heard Silmari is a good place to be. It's by the sea. I think I'll head there after this. Yeah, I guess you did. He's the bank owner. I understand this used to be a great place to be. Traders going in and out, tourists coming and going. Perfect begging conditions. Things were starting to dry up about the time I got here. Just my luck. The brigands just started getting tough. I have lots of luck. It's just that it's all bad. Rumors that someone took them over, organized them, trained them, that sort of thing maybe. Nowadays no one's safe outside of town. Up to that time, brigands were just pains, dumb guys who sometimes tried to beat up travelers outside of town. They sure hurt business. No one's getting rich but them. A word of warning to you, don't drink the dragon's breath. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not doing it again in case you're wondering. And of course, assuming you've seen my original playthrough. The bartender glares as you enter, and so does the ugly goon on the left. You get the impression that you are not welcome. I should have been reading that, I'm very sorry. You pick up the note. You smooth out the piece of paper and read. B. He's starting to get suspicious. Hold off on our meetings for a bit, but I'll keep you posted by these notes. B. Someone likes to write to themselves. Well, I think that'll do for today. Wait, not done walking. There we go. Save our game. Save it again. And that'll do for today, I believe. I am the Blues 32. This is Quest for Glory 1, so you want to be a hero. Again. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.